From mighty kingdoms to colonial renaming, the story of how Benin got its name is anything but simple. It's a tale shaped by centuries of power, conquest, and cultural exchange, where the echoes of ancient rulers and foreign ambitions still linger in the very name we use today. The name Benin, seen on today's map, is not what this land has always been called. In fact, the region has worn many names throughout its long and complex history, each reflecting a different era and influence. To understand why, we must peel back the layers of its past. Each layer reveals a new chapter, from indigenous kingdoms to the arrival of European colonizers and the shifting borders that followed. This journey reveals how names are more than labels. They're symbols of identity and history. They carry the weight of memory, pride, and sometimes, the scars of conflict and change. The story begins in several places, connecting a modern country to an ancient kingdom in another land. The threads of history stretch across borders, linking people and places in unexpected ways. The name Benin is a puzzle, its origins surprisingly complex. It's a name borrowed, adapted, and reimagined over time, shaped by both local traditions and outside forces. We must travel back in time to a West Africa bustling with powerful kingdoms, each with its own culture and influence. These kingdoms traded, fought, and negotiated with one another, leaving a rich tapestry of stories behind. The land we now call Benin was once home to the formidable kingdom of Dahomey, but the Benin Empire, located in modern Nigeria, also plays a crucial role. Their legacies, though separate, became intertwined through the tides of history and colonial intervention. The destinies of these two powers became intertwined in the naming of a modern state, creating a legacy that is both confusing and fascinating. Today, the name Benin stands as a testament to centuries of change, resilience, and the enduring power of history to shape identity. Let's ground ourselves in the geography of Benin. The Republic of Benin is a slender, keyhole-shaped country in West Africa, nestled between Nigeria and Togo with a southern coastline on the Atlantic Ocean. This stretch of water is called the Bight of Benin, a name central to our story. Benin's landscape is a mosaic coastal lagoons in the south, savannas and rocky hills in the north. Over 40 ethnic groups call Benin home, including the Fon, Yoruba, Aja, Bariba, and Fulani. It's the birthplace of Vodun, or voodoo, and boasts a rich artistic and musical heritage. Long before European contact, this region was a hub of powerful kingdoms and innovation. But this diversity also posed a challenge: how to unite so many peoples under one flag? That question lay at the heart of the decision to move away from the name tied to just one kingdom, Dahomey. Deep in this land's history lies the Kingdom of Dahomey, both feared and respected. Founded in the 17th century, Dahomey grew into a dominant power, its name meaning "in the belly of Dan." The kingdom was highly organized, with a central government and a legendary army, including the all-female Agoji warriors. These women, known as the Dahomey Amazons, were elite soldiers and symbols of the kingdom's strength. Dahomey's economy thrived on trade, especially the transatlantic slave trade, exchanging captives for European goods. The royal palaces of Abomey, now a UNESCO site, were built with wealth from this trade. Dahomey's legacy is dual, a center of art and power, but also deeply involved in the slave trade. Its history is essential to understanding the region's identity. When the French colonized the area, they named their new territory after this powerful kingdom. The late 19th century brought a wave of European conquest to Africa, as colonial powers scrambled to claim territory and resources. The continent was carved up at the Berlin Conference, with little regard for the people who lived there, or the kingdoms that had thrived for centuries. The Kingdom of Dahomey, renowned for its powerful army and unique traditions, fiercely resisted the French invasion. Despite their legendary female warriors and formidable defenses, the kingdom fell after the brutal Franco-Dahomeyan Wars. The French captured Abomey, the royal capital, and exiled the last king, ending centuries of independence. The French named their new colony Dahomey, borrowing the name of the kingdom they had just conquered. This act erased the sovereignty of the Old Kingdom, replacing it with a colonial administration. For decades, the diverse peoples of the region, each with their own languages, histories, and cultures, were governed under this single name. The colonial system grouped many distinct ethnicities together, often ignoring their differences and fueling future tensions. Under French rule, Dahomey became part of French West Africa. The French built railways, roads, and ports, but these projects mainly served to extract resources and benefit the colonial economy, not the local population. The name Dahomey, once a symbol of royal power and cultural pride, now represented colonial dominance and the loss of autonomy for its people. For many ethnic groups outside the Fon majority, the name Dahomey was a constant reminder of exclusion and the imposition of a single identity over many. In 1960, Dahomey gained independence from France, but the new nation kept the colonial name, unsure of how to unite its people under a shared identity. The years that followed were marked by political instability, coups, and deep ethnic divisions, as leaders struggled to build a sense of national unity. The name Dahomey became increasingly problematic, a symbol of one group's dominance and a barrier to true unity among the country's many peoples. It was clear, a change was needed to bring the nation together and reflect the diversity of its citizens. The search for a new identity began to take shape. The stage was set for a new chapter in the country's history, one that would embrace all its people and move beyond the legacy of colonial rule. In 1975, after years of political upheaval and social unrest, a new government led by Mathieu Kérékou made a bold and historic move. The Republic of Dahomey officially became the People's Republic of Benin. This decision was not made lightly. It came after a period marked by coups, shifting alliances, and a search for national identity. The leaders of the new regime wanted to signal a fresh start, one that would unite the people and move the country beyond its turbulent past. This was more than just a simple name change. It was a powerful statement of unity and a deliberate break from the colonial legacy that had shaped the nation for decades. The new name was meant to inspire hope and a sense of belonging among all citizens, regardless of their background. The name Benin was chosen for its neutrality, drawn from the Bight of Benin, the wide bay that stretches along the country's southern coast. This geographic feature was familiar to all, and it avoided favoring any one ethnic group or region. Interestingly, the Bight itself was named by European explorers and traders after the powerful Benin Empire, which was actually located in what is now southern Nigeria, not within the borders of modern Benin. So, in a twist of history, the country of Benin took its name from a body of water, which in turn was named after a neighboring empire. This layered naming history reflects the complex interactions and influences that have shaped West Africa over centuries. The choice was pragmatic. Benin carried historical prestige and recognition, but crucially, it had no direct ties to any single ethnic group within the country. This helped avoid old rivalries and fostered a sense of collective identity. It was a unifying name, free from the baggage and divisions of Dahomey's history, and it allowed the new nation to look forward, rather than back. The adoption of the name Benin gave all citizens a new way to identify with their country, not just those descended from the old Dahomey kingdom. It was a chance to build a shared future. This marked the beginning of a new chapter, one defined by inclusivity, national pride, and a shared sense of belonging for all Beninese people. Yet, the new name also brought a different kind of confusion, as outsiders and even some locals puzzled over the country's connection to the ancient Benin Empire and the bay that shares its name. Renaming the country Benin was a clever political move, but it created lasting confusion. Many assume the modern Republic of Benin is the successor to the Benin Empire, but that legacy belongs to Nigeria's Edo people. The modern country is actually descended from the Kingdom of Dahomey. This creates a paradox. Benin is named after one empire but descended from another. The confusion stems from how European traders and mapmakers labeled the region. The name Benin was chosen for neutrality, to help heal ethnic divisions and move beyond the dominance of the Fon. It was a forward-looking decision, prioritizing unity over direct historical links. Renaming was a way to reclaim sovereignty and signal a new beginning. For Benin, it was a declaration that the nation belonged to all its citizens. The name became a foundation for building a modern, inclusive state, even if it meant borrowing a name from a neighbor's history. The story of Benin's name is about the challenges of nation-building after colonialism. The 1975 name change was a step toward shared citizenship and away from ethnic dominance. By setting aside Dahomey, leaders signaled a new era of equality for all groups. The name Benin became a blank slate for a new national story, embracing the country's diversity. Building unity required more than a name. It meant creating fair institutions and representation. Today, Benin is known for its stability and democracy, and the name has taken on its own meaning. The journey of this name reflects West Africa's complex history and the creative forging of new identities. Did you know Benin wasn't always called Benin? Let us know which country's name origin you want us to explore next.